Talaga? Ang lamig!
Feeling ko pumasa na ako sa EdTech. Okay. Yan, nakikita nyo po, no?
Yeah.
Ayan. So, ito yung title, ito yung program.
Maraming salamat at syempre miss na miss ko na kayong lahat. And I hope marami tayong kuha na. Hindi ko na mapapahaba rin, kaya na ba?
Ilang minutes ba dapat?
Wala naman sinabi. So I think that's all for my opening remarks. Let's start.
Yes, thank you so much, FO3 Manolito Ibanez Jr. Yan. Thank you so much. Now, let's proceed dahil medyo mahaba na yung oras na ating inaksaya. Charot. For the BSCT Funds update, like to call on Mr. Rem Mabing-Isa and Dr. Melody Salvador.
Ako rin pala, no? Kaya pala kailangan maayos talaga to. Kaya nakita ko na, totoo na to feeling ko. Ito po yung status ng ating financial funds. As of today, kinumpit po namin ni Ma'am Melody, ni Dr. Melody, sorry. At ito po yung kinalabasan. So, sa mga naipon na pera, meron pong 110 pesos sa akin. At meron pong, so ang total na budget ay 1,110. Pero hindi pa dyan nagtatapos ang lahat. So meron tayong mga collectibles. Mga available funds natin. Ayan, so meron tayong budget na 3,200. So I believe na maganda sana kung ang patutunguhan nito yung mga mas nangangailangan.
Okay, since I'm the host, if you have any questions, you may raise your questions to our former treasurer.
Mukhang marami kayong problema sa akin.
Ma'am Jane.
Yes.
Hindi kasi mukhang may
Pwede
mali.
mag-request?
Ano po yung request nyo, sir?
Since may mga utang ang mga kaklase natin, magdo-door to door daw si Rem para kolektahin.
Yung
Ayan, Rem.
Pagkakataon mo na yan, Rem.
Opo. May tanong po tayo kung pwede daw po mag-door to door kayo para makolekta.
wala po. Tumatanggap po tayo ngayon via GCash.
Level up.
Pakibigay na lang yung number.
Go, Rem.
Any questions po? Kindly unmute your mic if you have any questions po. Wala na pong questions, so let's proceed to the highlight of this webinar. Let me call on our very passionate and well-rounded professor from PNU Manila, Professor Vic Marie Camacho.
Thank you, Jane. Papakita ko later kung gaano ako ka-well-rounded. I received the invitation yesterday, tapos na-excite ako. Pagkatanggap ko talagang ganon, gumawa agad ako ng mga PowerPoint. So mga parang pang 4 hours to na lecture.
Grabe naman yun, ma'am.
Ready na ba kayo?
May pasok pa mo.
Ayan, di ba? Nakikita niyo na yung aking screen?
Yes.
Yes po.
Yes.
Ako mag-leave na. Mag-leave na ba kayo?
Ba't ganun, ma'am, yung tanong? Why so sabi?
Ay! Oh, nakita niyo na tuloy. Kasi ang sabi nga ni Jean, di ba, well-rounded. Pinaghahanda ko talaga si Jean. Okay, so when I was invited, talagang hindi ako nag-atubili na magsabi ng yes kasi the topic is very nice and it's also nice to meet you and greet you. At saka it would be an opportunity for me to, to remind you ng mga, alam mo na, mga words of wisdom na nakukuha ko lang din sa Facebook. Okay, so let me begin with the description of mental health. Talagang seryoso to, ha? So, mental health is a state of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, according to Wikipedia, affects how we think, feel, and act, and determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices, and important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. So mental health at this moment is very important. Because of the pandemic, we have a lot of activities sa buhay natin na di-disturb because of this one. So yung equilibrium natin ay nadi-disturb, and what do you need in order for the equilibrium to be restated? Kailangan yung kumuha ng mga factors that would balance your life. Ayan. So may chemistry din ito. So what are the factors for mental health? Biological, so nasa genes ninyo na talaga yan. Life experiences such as trauma or abuse, and family history of mental health problems. When I was still young, when you say mental health, maganda yung pag-iisip mo. But at this moment, when you will say mental health, parang ang ano niya is a negative connotation kasi you have a problem with your mental stability. At saka, it is also accepted as a PWD. So pwede kang pumunta sa munisipyo and then you will apply for a PWD ID para magkaroon ka ng mga 20% off. Mauna ka sa mga linya kung gusto mo. So this is a generic description of a mental health. So this afternoon, I got a scientific view of mental health. So nakikita nyo na ba yung mga access na yan? Kailangang naka-on kayo para meron naman akong kausap dito. Nakikita nyo ba yung state of stress in the body? This is for parang PhD student, hindi pa natatapos, no? So, meron siyang deteriorating mental health at saka ang dami-daming equation, ano? For those who are not yet on their PhD or not yet finishing their master's degree, it's a state of stress in the body. At saka sa mga government teachers ngayon, yung mga pagsusulat ng mga modules at pag-attend ng mga webinars would also affect our body. So you just study the table. I know scientifically you can understand what is the state of stress in your body. Let us check your mental health. Tingnan natin kung okay ba kayo ngayon, no? So ano ang may mga 5 questions lang tayo dito. So, pag nasa 5 ang sagot nyo, that is like positive ang status mo. At saka kung nasa low, parang 1, no? 5 is highest and then 1 is the lowest. So, how is your mood? Meron bang pagbabago ang mood mo? So, check yourself. How well do you sleep? How anxious or on edge do you feel? How stressed do you feel? How have you been worrying about anything? So dyan sa 5 questions na yan, kung medyo ang score mo ay 20, your mental health state of mental health is very good. But if it is on the mga siguro less than 5, I think you should, try to rethink about yourself kung okay ka pa ba or you need to bounce back kasi baka nasa edge ka na. Remember, ang mental health at saka, the boundary between the good mind at saka yung mental health problem is only a hairline. Let's check. So, anong kailangan natin gawin in order for us to bounce back? So, attend to self-care. So, give yourself the same care and attention that you give to others and watch yourself bloom. Tingnan nyo ang mga sarili nyo sa salamin. Gwapo ba kayo ngayon? Are you happy? Okay, so meron tayo syempre nakasamang verse dyan kasi lahat naman ay may kasagutan sa Bible, no? So do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you received from God? You are not your own, you were bought for a price, therefore honor God with your body. Check, no? Na kailangan nating i-maintain ang ating mga body. Ayan na. So sabi ni Jane, it's well-rounded, no? Paano natin i-check ang ating mga sarili? Nourish your body. So the first thing that you will have to do is attend to your eating habits. So ano yung mga checklist natin? Kailangan nagkaroon kayo ng breakfast, tapos you ate 2 hours from getting up, and then limit your caffeine. Choose your food choices, at saka yung mga eating tips. Ayun. Alam nyo naman siguro yan, no? So, just a reminder. So, keep my food safe and my kitchen clean. So, it doesn't mean na kung vegetarian ka, papayat ka na. Kasi, look at that animal over there. He's so well-rounded and he's so cute, di ba? Ito pa ang ebidensya. So, what do we learn from cow, buffaloes, and elephants? It's impossible to reduce weight by eating green grass and salads and walking. Alam naman natin sa chemistry na the understanding of the metabolism of your body also is important in order for us to understand how to reduce our fat and energy content in our body. Kailangan nyo yan at saka recheck your biochemistry in relation to your conscious weight loss. So take care that every cell in the body is well, because remember, it's not your money or not your status that gives you power, but it's the mitochondria that is, the powerhouse of your body. So health is wealth pa rin. Go back and make yourself very healthy. Okay, next one. If you feel that you are experiencing pain, so keep the pain away. So, baka sa inyo ngayon, hindi na kayo nakangiti dahil merong mga sama ng loob. There is always, meron siyang rejection, merong ano pa ba? my physical pain or emotional pain, then you need to check yourself, forgive those who are hurting you, kahit na hindi sila nagsasabi ng I'm sorry, you just have to forgive them kasi baka hindi nila alam na nasaktan kayo. At saka, it's good for your body na you forgive them. Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And there is scientific data that says that your rejection or your social pain and physical pain share common neural territory in your brain. When you feel rejection, it is also giving signals to your brain that it could destroy the systems in your brain and interacts with the rest of your body. So, nafe-feel nyo yon, tapos magsisignal siya sa brain na ganito, I feel pain. So, yung brain naman magsisignal na may mga signal siya na sasabihin na, these things would have to not to work on good in your system kasi you are experiencing those things. So, at the end, ang end result would be magkakasakit ka kasi nagsisend ng signal sa brain mo na you are in pain. So, keep your heart well and good. Do exercise. Okay, next one. Drive anxiety and worry away. Many issues na makakapag-worry sa'yo ngayon. And then maybe you have some plans and your life now is not according to your plan. Remember, we can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will always prevail. So, yon, tandaan natin yon. At dahil nag-worry tayo, we expect we will have like a lot of sleepless nights. So kung may mga problems tayo na hindi natin kaya, we need to cast our cares to the Lord and He will sustain us. Minsan, pag hindi naman tayo nakakatulog, baka kasi marami tayong iniisip. So, minsan pag may mga ideas ako, hindi ako nakakaisip hanggang 2:00 ng gabi. So, minsan pwede ring you wake up and then you list all the things that you want to do para yung mga ideas na outpouring from your brain would be recorded para magawa mo siya in the end. Sometimes, kung sleepless ka, balikan mo kung ano yung kinain mo or ininom mo. Maybe you are having a large supply of caffeine from Coca-Cola, soda drinks, or yung kape. Kung hindi ka na pwedeng, kailangan mo ring i-observe yung body mo na at 5 o'clock, kung umiinom ka ng kape, and then at 10 o'clock hindi ka pa makakatulog, or at 12 o'clock hindi ka pa makakatulog, then try to remind yourself na hindi na ako mag-a-add ng caffeine sa aking diet at that hour. So, sa akin kasi, mga around 40 years old, before 40 years old, tumutungga talaga ako ng 1 litrong Coke. But when I had like mga 40 years old, pag umiinom ako ng Coke ng 7 in the evening, hindi na ako makatulog for the night. So, parang kung lagi-lagi natin yung mararanasan, sasabihin natin insomniac tayo, and then we are going to ask for drugs or medicine for that. But before doing that, try to observe kung ano yung mga nainom nyo before or nakain nyo before that is connected with your sleepless nights. Okay, some of that would be yung worry din nyo. At saka, lalo na si Ian, at saka si Easy, at saka si Joben, alam ko naglalaro yan. So, sometimes you also have to control yourself when you are playing. Next one is, doing our best does that mean working ourselves to the point of a mental breakdown. So tandaan nyo to, it's good to excel in our work, but it doesn't mean that you need to do everything to the point of a mental breakdown. So keep it real with your identity and affirmation. Magaling ka, but you also have to put limits and boundaries on the things that you have to do. So kung 8 to 5 lang ang workplace mo, work mo, make sure na 8 to 5 ka lang na nasa workstation mo. The rest, you also have to look up and go out and do some gardening if you want, para lang ma-break or you want to walk around, para lang ma-break yung system na you are working from home, tapos you wanted to finish until the dawn. So, hindi yan pwede. It should like be, control yourself na 8 to 5 ka lang. And then, remember that God loves you so much that He knows you before you were born. So, you read Psalm 139, 1 to 14 for that one. Okay, next one. In order for you to, not to dwell on those bad things at saka mga worry nyo, rejoice in the Lord always. Ma'am, paano kami mag-rejoice? Ang dami-daming mga problema ngayon sa buhay. The first thing, the good thing that you will have to do is, count your blessings, write it in your notebooks. Kung ano yung mga magagandang binigay sa inyo ng Diyos every day in your life. Malalaman nyo na your blessings is overflowing compared to the challenges that you have. So in order for you to, to move and have energy, then count your blessings. Okay, next one would be live one day at a time. Hindi ito yung you only live once. Your past is gone, your future you don't know yet. So itong kanta na to is one of my favorites. So yung one day at a time. Today, every day, what I have to do you just have to ask God to show you the way para you will also be guided. Not to dwell on your bitterness or yung parang pagod na kayo sa trabaho, but be positive and, be able to be productive in a day. Now, next one is, this is a good setting for you to be with your best friends forever. Kasi spending time with people who are good for your mental health is very good for you. Do not stay alone most of the time. Be with other people. So encourage each other and build each other up. So if one person is looking for you and chatting with you, then spend time. Stop your work. Spend time to talk with this person kasi he needs you to, to listen to kung ano man ang kanyang mga problema. And if you have some problems, you also have to seek other people para makausap mo, para someone could also, hear whatever it is that you are feeling. So remember, what God requires is not whether you've stood with the great, but He is also interested whether you sat with the broken. So be kind to others, but be kind to your closest friends. Okay. Now, what are those emotional wellness checklists? Kailangan nating isipin kung ano yung mga 20 habits of eventual millionaires by James Altucher. Okay. So you have to say no sa mga bagay-bagay, sa mga games nyo na it takes a lot of your time in the night. Say no to a lot of projects at saka work that you have. Love. Okay, this is your fuel for your ideal muscle. Make mistakes. You can have some mistakes, admit that you have mistakes, but bumangon ka from your mistakes. Plant seeds. Okay, ano nga to? Garden math. 1% of the seeds turns into 50% of flowers. So plant lots of seeds. Kung ito man ay seeds of friendships, seeds of love, kung ano-anong seeds yan, or totoong seeds yan, I assure you, ang garden, after 3 months, magiging productive na yan siya for you. Okay, so be around people who are kind to you and love you. Huwag ka doon sa mga lagi na lang sinisiraan ka. Stand next to the smartest person in the room. Okay, so yun na yung make yourself better than yesterday. Today, make better than yesterday. No excuses. Blaming is draining, so you don't have to excuse yourself or explain the things that you did in the past. You just move on, no? Don't be in a rush. Huwag kang magiging magmadali sa promotion mo, kung ano-anong mga bagay-bagay. But yung sinabi kanina, we celebrate small successes along the way in our lives together as a class. Solve difficult gratitude problems. Okay, 5-25 rule. Ito, maganda to. Make a list of the 25 things you want to do in life. And then choose the top 5. Gawin mo siya, and then basta magawa mo lang siya. Kung the rest of the 20 would not be done, so Don't pressure yourself from doing that. Write down 10 ideas a day. Okay? And then follow up. I'm shy and bad at things. Send an email the next day with an idea on the next step. I have to do this. So mga parang you follow up yourself kung ano nang nagawa mo, ano pa ang dapat mong gawin. Ask questions 1% of a day. Whatever you want to get better at, make sure that you deposit 1% more each day, because 1% of each day compounded is 3,800% a year. So whatever it is that you are going to do, you still win. Right now, regret will waste time today worrying about yesterday, and anxiety will steal energy from the future. Focus on what you can do at the moment. Sleep rejuvenates brain cells and heads the body cells. So at your age, dapat mga 6 to 8 ang ating mga tulog, no? Every day, avoid death. So you can't get rich from a hospital bed or a grave. Move every day, sleep well, eat well, and wear your mask every day. Do one thing every day you love as a kid. This is usually the fuel that can power your life. Yan, so marami na kayong pwedeng gawin. Okay, so claim God's will for your life. Remember, this is a good verse for us. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and the future. So, kung hindi man ikaw ngayon ang nangangailangan ng check-up ng mental health mo, you could also share this one to your workmates, sa inyong mga members ng family who are also experiencing something right now, sa mga estudyante nyo next school year. Lahat na to is just a reminder na we have to take care of our mental health because it is also important sa ating existence while we are in quarantine. Please do not lose your hope and put all your security in God. So thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something from this sharing. Andyan pa ba kayo?
Yes, thank you so much po for the
Thank
very
you, ma'am.
motivating, inspiring.
Kailangan
Pero
kayo ng
yun,
mga kabataan natin ang
Apo.
kasagutan ng ating future. Huwag kayong sumuko. Huwag kayong pumunta sa
Apo.
Thailand.
Go,
Pero
Chap,
agree ako
Chap.
dun, ma'am. Tama po, tama.
O, di ba? Laging ganun.
Dapat yan, Chab, may sample ng tayo eh.
Sa lahat na nakapagsalita, no? Back to you, Jane.
Opo.
Yeah, napaka-inspiring naman ng inyong mga shinare. And of course, very thankful kami. Di pala thankful, grateful kami sa inyo, Ma'am Vic, for sharing us your vast knowledge in protecting our mental health. Ayan po.
Thank you, ma'am. Pero yun, personally po and seriously po, maraming salamat po sa pag-share po sa amin ng simple talk regarding mental health. Kasi talagang alam ko in this time, very in need po talaga yung mga words of wisdom mo. Diyan ka namin nakilala, ma'am. Eh. Talagang you always give words of wisdom.
Walang organic reactions, ano? Talagang, wala rin chem 2. Kasi lagi kayo...
Walang chem 2, ma'am, kasi lagi po kayo nagme-merienda.
Nasa Divisoria ako, di ba? Compute your exercise. Kasi magdi-Divisoria ako.
Ayan. So, yun po, maraming salamat. Yung virtual certificate mo, ma'am, ibibigay na lang namin. Pwede na kayo mag-leave.
Okay na.
Salamat,
Narinig ko na
Shopee.
inyong mga pasalamat, and I hope that from this day forward, magiging happy na lahat kayo. Yan. Despite your trials and challenges. Look forward to a better tomorrow. Lahat tayo.
Hoping.
Ano na yung representative?
Ang proposal ko, hindi may proposal talaga ako ha, regarding dun sa malilikom natin na pera. Ang gusto ko sana, buuin natin yon yung buong 3-2. Tapos maghahanap na lang si Ma'am Vic ng isang estudyante na pwede nating bigay sa kanya para maging tuition fee niya.
Talaga ba?
Libre ang tuition fee. Baka gusto niyo phone.
Ayun. Yun, kung ano yung pwedeng maging kapakipakinabang, ma'am, sa kanya.
Sa Kemso, pwede nating ibigay.
Yes,
yan.
I'm so tama.
Thank you for your hearts. I'm sure hindi lang yan 3,200. Aabot siya ng 32,000.
Trito kasi yan, ma'am. May tax pa. Tapos yung...
Tax sa
diba, alam mo yung mga fees, iba't ibang fees. So baka 200 na lang ang maibigay namin.
Malaki po yung utang nito.
May processing fees pa.
3,200. Yung 3,200 divided by, ano ba yung load na ano? Or, marami na rin matutulungan yan kung mga kailangan. I don't